Hey everyone, welcome to the tower. I hope you're having a good day, but if you're not and you're having a tower moment, you've come to the right place. That's all we read here for tarot readings, and what I do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck, just like this. To find out what your overall tower moment energy is going to be, we'll look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we will clarify 3, 2, and 3. Real simple, real easy. All these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this is when the universe wanted you to see it. And there are no star signs. Alright? None. Everybody gets to play. Well, with all that out of the way, I hope you like what you see. I hope it helps you. I hope that this message guides you in some way to avoid this or get through this easier. And if you'd like to subscribe afterwards, that's totally fine. All right, here we go. Wheel on this side of the tower means misfortune. Plain old-fashioned bad luck. I'm not sure what's going on here, but it feels like it's just these things have a cycle, you know. Sometimes we're on top of the world, and other times we're just not. And this feels like a not on top of the world kind of thing. But we will find out a little bit more. We'll clarify to see what's causing the bad luck and see if we can make it easier. Leads to the tower moment. That makes sense. But the temperance card is on the other side of the tower. So that's only the energy of, you know, things returning to balance. You're holding stuff back in. You're not reacting to things so badly. You know, it's like you're tempered a little bit. So that's good. I wonder what's causing it, though. We'll find out. Hangman and the Sun. So, yeah, you're going to look at things from a different point of view, and you're going to think that things probably turned out better than how they started. That's usually how these kind of things go. Feels just like a bump in the road reading, really. Not all of these have to be epically and epic, terrible, and betrayal and all that stuff, right? All right, let's get started. Page of Swords. Yep, definitely something you don't know. Knight of Wands. Oh, Queen of Wands. All royalty, all thinking and energy, and yeah, you just have you kind of a little bit depressed here, a little bit. Confidence is kind of a little bit low today, huh? Or whenever you're watching this. There are things you don't know, and that can hurt you, which in this case it is, because the Knight of Wands is here, and you're just not saying much about anything. You're just kind of keeping to yourself. Queen of Wands is here too, and that's basically, you know, you're not being as outgoing as you usually are. So yeah, you've got some depression going on because there are things you're either unaware of, or you don't know, or someone's hiding from you, or, you know, you just want your answers, basically. You want your answers. You need your information before you can feel better. You're the kind of person that likes to know what's going on, and right now you don't, so that's kind of your bad luck. You're just kind of like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm out of control. Okay, you feel like you have no real control. The Tower brings the Six of Wands, which is no great victory. Big challenges, you know. And the Six of Cups, 2 sixes, neat. Yeah, this is the energy of basically you don't make too much progress in this. You do a lot of looking back, and you're trying to figure out what happened. You're trying to figure out, like, how does this make sense? How did I get to this point? How did it come to this? You know, that's what you're trying to figure out. And there's no winning here. It's just frustration, a slog. Life just seems to slow down. And that's your tower moment. Your tower moment is basically, I can't move forward until I figure this out. Because that's the kind of brain you have, I think. You need to feel like everything is in place and in order before you can move on. A little bit of a perfectionist who's living in an imperfect world. Yeah, that's probably you. And, you know, we all get that way sometimes. Like, I can't move on until I'm absolutely sure that I can move on. You get it? Anyway, Temperance card, yeah. Nine of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. All right. The worry comes to an end. You're going to figure this stuff out. The information you're looking for will show up, but you're not looking at the problem right. Okay, you stared at something for so long that it doesn't even make any sense anymore. You know how you say a word over and over and over in your head, and all of a sudden that word starts to lose meaning? This is kind of where you're at right now. You have been stuck on this problem. You have been stuck in this situation for too long, and nothing's making sense. But as soon as you get to the tower moment, and you get through that, you're going to take a step back, and you're going to start going, oh, I should have been looking at it like this the whole time. I've been tunnel visioned. I need to break that. That brings the sun out. The worry comes to an end. The feeling of being lost comes to an end, and you get what you want. You start to figure out how to move forward in life, and this is just a bump in the road. This is a case of, you've been looking at it for too long. You've been looking at the same thing for too long, and you just need to step back and take a different point of view, and maybe then you will see the sun. It'll glow, and you will have all the understanding you need to put this behind you. Yeah, Six of Pentacles is up here. That's the card of generosity, really, give and take. And the energy here is, to give a little, you got to get, you give and take and give. You get what you give. And when that happens, you've been just taking too much from the situation, and you're not giving anything back. It's just like, I need to know, I need to know, I need to know. Everything has to be perfect, like I keep saying, and you're not like resting a little bit and pushing it back and saying, listen, maybe I need to look at this from a different angle, and that's how it's going to fix itself. You can take a step back, and you are going to figure out that, this thing wasn't as complicated as you thought, right? It wasn't as problematic as you thought, or as it looked when you were in it. So change your point of view, and you win. Problem solved. It's just going to take a little while to get there. Maybe this message helped you out to get there quicker. I hope it did. I hope the energy resonated with you. If you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling in a problem that you can't figure out, I don't know what that problem would be, but it's just causing some bad luck. It's causing the rest of your life to go a little bit wonky, right? So just take a step back, take a deep breath, take a couple steps back, and say, okay, I need to look at the whole problem, not just pieces of it, and see what else I can, how I can, bring balance to this, and you'll figure it out. All right, that's going to be my reading for today. I'm going to show you the cards. Here we go. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. Usually talking to the void at this point, so I can say whatever I want. If this video helped you, share it. If this sounds like somebody maybe they could get a use out of it. And if you're still here, please think about hitting the old subscribe button. Just a guy with a cell phone trying to do the best he can. All right, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.